Hey everybody, welcome back to hocus-pocus.com. My name's David and this is the skirt from Nimble Mind. Alright, so what is the skirt? The skirt is a DVD, it's an instructional DVD to teach you how to do this crazy card sleight. Now the performer on this is Kim Kyung-dok. Okay, Kim Kyung-dok, he's put out a couple of other things. He's really a very smooth, very elegant, very beautiful magician. A lot of his art is just, it's crazy incredible. Now to describe the skirt, okay, I'm gonna have to just show you the sleight itself in a video, just so that you can see what it is. But basically, this is a DVD that teaches you this sleight and then teaches you some effects that you can use with the sleight, okay? So the skirt sleight itself is a face-up card in a card fan, or it's the one face-down card in the card fan, either way, okay? And so let's say you have a card selected, it's returned to the deck face up, you fan through the cards, okay, so you have to make a nice pretty fan for your spectator. They see the card face up, and then just by waving the fan a little bit, or just a slight little jiggle of the fan, and that face-up card vanishes. And this all done strictly with your hands, no gimmicks at all. All right, so you're intrigued, you wanna know a little bit more, here's what you need to know. First of all, it's only a DVD, okay? It's only a DVD, there's nothing else included in this. The DVD is about 37 minutes long. It's not really what I was thinking it would be, because when you read the ad copy, it says that it teaches you how to make a gimmick, but the gimmick really isn't helping you do the effect. In fact, you only use the gimmick a few times in some of these tricks, not all of them. So a lot of it is card sleight. A lot of this is you crafting and perfecting this sleight so that you can do it just like DK does it. It's got really clean angles, it's almost non-detectable, and in many cases, you're left with a fully examinable deck. All right, so what's the overall quality and production value of the DVD? It's got the same bumpers in the DVD as you see in the commercial. The girl walking slowly down the hallway with the big long red dress. And that's kind of where the skirt gets its name from. So if you have a floor length skirt or a knee length skirt on a woman, and it's got a slit in the side, every time she walks, one leg will pop or appear through the slit and you'll see her bare leg for just a second, and then when her next leg moves forward, right? When her next leg extends, the skirt will shift and the leg that you saw will disappear. And so that's kind of the approach that he's taking with the title, that you'll see the leg, quote unquote, you'll see the spectator's chosen card, and then in another second, it'll vanish. So you're gonna see those bumpers of the girl walking in the red dress before every segment. You're also gonna hear the same guitar, music, in the commercial over and over and over and over and over again for 37 minutes. It kind of gets repetitive. That, coupled with the fact that there is no audio. There's no audio on this. DK teaches this all in pantomime, okay? So there's nothing there. There is on-screen text instruction, but yeah, you're listening to this music and you're just reading, so you're gonna have to pay attention. You can't turn away, you're gonna have to watch all of this from beginning to end. So he teaches you all in pantomime. Now what's nice is he slows all the effects down. You know, he teaches it to you straight on after he's shown you the presentation. Of course, there's no live performances, so you never get to see how these would play out in the real world. A lot of them will probably need a table, okay? And you're not gonna get any patter with this, so that's all on you. So he teaches you the move, and then he does it kind of from a side view, and then he even sometimes does a slow motion view, which is nice as well. As far as what's taught on the DVD, he's gonna teach you the skirt move, of course, and then he's gonna teach you how to make a gimmick that'll allow you to do some of the other effects, like the transposition effect. A transposition effect, a selected card appears in half the deck, you see it in half the deck, and then that selected card jumps to the other half of the deck. He's going to teach you a two jokers version where you have two jokers and the selection appears face down between the jokers. He's going to teach you a different color transpo with the jokers. This one was probably my favorite. So he has a red deck, two blue back jokers, a card selected, the blue back jokers go in one half, you see them, they vanish, that half's all red, they pop over to the other side and you see the two blue jokers there and they have trapped the spectator's selection. Of course, there's an ace assembly trick where aces are put in 4 different piles and then they all magically appear under the lead pile. And the last one in there is called Unexpected, where the spectator's chosen card is placed in the deck, lost, and then 3 random cards are pulled out. And of course, the spectator's selection appears with all 3 of its mates. As far as the gimmick goes, it's pretty easy to make. You should be able to make it all with things that you have lying around the house. DK doesn't even really go into a lot of detail about precision cutting and straight lines or all that stuff. It's all done in pantomime and it goes by really quickly. As far as how much practice this will take, I will say that this should be an intermediate level of card magic that you have already. I think a beginner would have a lot of time struggling in this because a lot of the stuff that he teaches, he will teach you some sleights. It's just that they're taught in pantomime, and so it's hard to pick up. He's going to teach you the tilt, the half pass, some card forces. You're going to need to know how to fan well, okay, with one hand probably. You're going to learn the gambler's cop and the double undercut. Let me just say, I have other DVDs where they teach you the gambler's cop, others where they teach you the half pass. It was hard to learn those even on a DVD where I had an English speaking instructor. So I would only think that learning them in pantomime is going to be even more difficult. That's why I say you should probably have some sort of mastery on some of those sleights already before you approach this DVD. Most of these tricks will also require a stack or some sort of prearranged deck before you go into this. And I don't think very many of them are done with a borrowed shuffled deck. But you can do the skirt move with a borrowed shuffled deck, of course. Positives. The positives to this are the skirt is a very clever move, and it looks more like magic and less like a card trick. Negatives to this, you know, there's negatives to everything. These are just the negatives that I took away. They don't have to be the negatives that you take away. There's just, you know, no audio. And I would have appreciated some audio instruction. I learn best, you know, hearing things in my own language. It's nice to hear the magician's voice and his take and just his thoughts. And so missing that, it was kind of a missing thing for me as well. All right, so what's it cost? It's 23 bucks. 23 bucks, and I think it's worth your money. You know, 23 bucks, you get 37 minutes of instruction. You're gonna learn a new sleight that you'll probably be able to use in a lot of the tricks that you already do now. And I think if you're a card shark, or you're kind of a card hustler, or you do one of those kind of like, hey, I'm really good, like I'm really proficient at card kind of routines, I think you'll like this because I think there's an element to that and some of the beauty of the card fans. But I also think that this looks like real magic. You know, it looks like real magic. The card vanishes from half the deck and reappears in the other half of the deck very visually. And so I think another person who might like this is if your card magic is such where you don't know how things happen. Like just like, oh my gosh, it's just magically moved, you know, it just magically transpositioned. So I think this card sleight probably applies to pretty much everybody that does card tricks. So I think a lot of people are gonna love this routine. All right, so that is the skirt from Kim Kyung-dok and Nimble Mind. Of course, I want to thank hocus-pocus.com for allowing me to have this so that I can do the review for you. And while you're here at hocus-pocus.com, we'd love you to hit purchase and make your selection today. Thanks. Bye.